Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, depending on when you are watching this. This is Coffee with the Neuroscientist and Mindset Success Coach. I am Jovan Taylor. So welcome. What is today's topic? Today's topic is the brain difference between motivation and inspiration. There is a difference. The brain is affected in different ways when one tries to motivate and when one tries to inspire, okay? For both the person doing the inspiring, and the person who is receiving the inspiring, or the person doing the motivating versus the person receiving the motivation, okay? So grab your coffee, grab your tea or drink of choice, and come hang out with me for a few moments as we discuss this advanced topic as you have never heard it before. All right. So here we go. Motivation versus inspiration. What's the difference? So let's talk about motivation first, okay? So my left brain is going to automatically go to the dictionary, right? So, because that's what the left brain does. It wants to, it's black and white, it's logic, it's give me the specific, give me the definition, give me the number, give it to me straight. Okay, so let's just go straight to the definition of motivation. Motivation is from the Latin word movere, which means to move. Okay, so motivation is literally, when you're trying to motivate somebody, you're trying to stimulate them to action. Just think of that word. You're trying to stimulate them. You're trying to get them to move from point A to point B. So what does that mean? You have to think of ways that will help a person to move from point A to point B. That means you have to use what? Mental energy. You have to come up with ways, think of ways, use your mental energy to help move somebody to the next level. Okay, so we're talking about, I talk about how our mental energy and time is our greatest assets. You want to make sure that the person you're motivating is ready to be motivated and ready to move to action, because guess who's going to be doing a lot of the thinking and mental energy creation? It's you. Okay. Another definition of motivation is to provide with incentive. That means you have to think again. What can I say to this person? What can I give to this person to motivate them to do something that's going to take effort? So now you're using effort as the motivator, and they have to use effort. And we know, right, neuro students on here, you know that the brain likes to take it easy. It does not necessarily want to use mental energy if it doesn't have to, right? So you have to make sure that the person that you're trying to motivate even has a desire to want to move from point A to point B. Is this making sense so far? You see where I'm going with this? Motivation versus inspiration. We're still on motivation. You are having coffee with the neuroscientist. I'm Jovan Taylor. All right, so we're on motivation. A person will not move from point A to point B if their needs are already satisfied. Okay, that's basic human motivation 101. Human motivation has been studied for over 100 years now. And we know that we have these wire systems, these ancient neural circuitries in our brain that motivate us to just kind of stay alive, right? To eat, to procreate, and to, survive. Okay? Beyond that, it will take effort, because all that other stuff is already wired in us as instinct to eat. Our body will tell us it's time to eat, it's time to drink, it's time to sleep. All right. So we're intrinsically motivated to stay alive. So you have to make sure that the person you're trying to motivate has a threshold to want to go beyond their current state of mind before you start exerting all your energy trying to move them out of their basic survival state of mind. Because guess who's going to be using their energy and time and effort and ideas to get that person to move from A to B? It's you, the motivator. And if you value your mental energy and time, you want to make sure that the person you're trying to motivate is at least at a certain mental level. I'm just saying. Just saying, people. Okay. And I know sometimes we try to motivate people with money, like our kids, but neuroscience is showing us that money only stimulates or motivates people to a certain level. At some point in time, that amount of money no longer produces motivation. Okay? Actually, it starts to, in the brain starts to get overwhelmed, and then pressure, which starts decreasing productivity and creativity and problem solving. Okay, so those of you in organizations who are supervisors and managers and all that, if you think just increasing somebody's pay, employees' pay, is motivating enough, there are so many other factors that help people to be more motivated in their positions. Okay, same with children. I know we want to motivate them to get better grades, right? Just give them money. But there could be other things that could be blocking their motivation, like their self-worth, their competency level, the way they see themselves. Okay, so it's not all about external motivation either. So you have to determine, if you are the motivator, are they intrinsically motivated? Do they have a higher threshold than that basic survival motivation? And what external motivating or extrinsic motivators are you trying to utilize? And are they even working? Okay. All right. Let's get into the word inspire, right? Because that's the topic. Motivation versus inspiration. Okay. Inspire. It just sounds different. Maybe because I'm saying it different. Maybe that's no fair, right? So inspire comes from the Latin word inspirare. Inspirare. I don't know. It's a dead language, right? So I don't really know how to pronounce it. But it means to breathe into, like inspire, right? Breathe into. You're breathing life into someone when you inspire. Okay? And when I read something, sometimes I start vibrating on this frequency and I feel like I can lift off. Okay, it's not the coffee either, right? It's somebody's words. It's somebody who took me to the next level in my thought process. And then I want to come on and share it with you, right? That's inspiring. That's expanding consciousness. That's expanding someone's ideas. That's breathing life into somebody's vision. And it doesn't require you to bring your energy down. That is, sometimes we have to do to motivate somebody, right? Because if they're at a threshold, a lower state of energy, of motivation, we have to bring ourselves down to bring them up. That takes effort. We have to think of ways to bring them to the next level, right? So it's very mentally taxing to motivate, but to inspire, you're already operating on a higher frequency, and you don't have to come down. Because all you're doing is expanding someone's mind and their thought process and their vision. You're bringing them into your realm. That's what inspire means, by the way, to animate the mind and emotions. So you are animating their mind and getting it moving in ways that it wasn't before. You are animating their emotions. You're making them feel a certain way with your energy, your frequency, your vibe. So you don't have to bring your vibe down. You expand theirs. You're breathing life into them. Isn't that powerful? Yes, it's powerful. Another definition of inspire is to rouse latent energies and ideas. So you're not, with a motivator, you're giving people ideas. Why don't you do this? Why don't you think of this? Why don't you try this? You know, you can do it. You got it. It's kind of super, it even sounds kind of superficial, right? But when you inspire and you expand their mind, their thought process, you are rousing up ideas that's already in them. You are rousing up energy that's already in them, and you're just igniting it because you're operating at a higher frequency and they're feeding off of that. So what I ask you, what's more powerful or empowering, to motivate someone or to inspire someone? I think you know the answer now, right? I have so much more. There is neuroscience behind motivation. There's neuroscience behind inspiration. And that's what I do as a neuroscientist and a mindset catalyst is I teach everyday people how to go bigger, how to go wider, how to expand their consciousness, how to take productivity to the next level and creativity using the knowledge of neuroscience. It's available to us. It's a 360-degree knowledge that can take humanity to the next level, human innovation to the next level, leadership to the next level. And it's my honor to inspire you to use neuroscience at this level. All right? Make sure you share this because I'm pretty sure there are people who need to be inspired, and maybe the motivation will build in them along the way. Okay? But let's start at that higher level of inspiration so that people can get internally motivated. And there's actually a way to motivate more effectively. Okay? Because we have motivational brain circuitries. I got both my brains today. Brain circuitries that are responsible for releasing dopamine so that we feel more motivated to continue doing the things that make us feel good, that make us want to keep doing the habits that will serve us. Okay? But not everybody knows how to stimulate the motivational system to move people from point A to point B where it's not draining you. Okay, that's a whole nother live stream and in my course. So make sure you share this because we need to inspire the world to be better, to expand their humanity, their consciousness. And I am here to make a small crater in the universe by teaching you the power of your brain and mind, which is the greatest technology on the planet. And I believe it's the next stage of our humanity and human evolution. I appreciate you all. I will look in the comments and respond. Until next time, remember, when you better your mind, you better your brain, you better your impact. This has been Coffee with a Neuroscientist. Until next time, everyone, take care.